Hey guys, welcome to David Christopher's YouTube channel. I am solo today and Jen is not with me because it has been a crazy week and we are getting tons and tons of containers in today and yesterday and the day before. All week we are getting lots and lots of containers, which is great because we need all the product. Like our macaroons just came in, so if you pre-ordered macarons, those will be coming out to you shortly, along with a lot of other things. It does take us a little while to get it stacked and organized to where we can pull from it and then ship it to you, but it has been pretty chaotic. The good news is it's coming in earlier. The bad news is it's all coming in at one time, which means it's chaos for our shipping department. And as you can see, I'm a little dirty myself. I've been helping unload containers and stack boxes so that we can get things out to our customers faster. That's kind of my job as designer, is designing products like these and then showing you what to do with them. But I also occasionally have to pay bills and do CEO things, and sometimes I have to help our shipping team when they have so much to do they can't get it done in the right amount of time. And so I've been doing that today. And Jen has 14 jobs just like I do. She just has different jobs, like editing this video. If you like these videos, you get them because Jen edits them, even though she doesn't really have time to do that. She does it anyway because we really appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. So today, you may be able to tell that we're going to be talking about macarons. So we have lots of different colors of macarons, and I know macaroons is what a lot of people in the South here call them. They are macarons. Macaroons, I think, are like an almond, coconut, shaved coconut kind of thing. So different cookie, but similar. We're just going to go with macarons, even though your tag will say macaroon. So we're talking about macaroons and what you can do with these. So I'm just like stacking these up, and a lot of people, these make great store displays, and we have had a ton of like bakeries and different people that make sweet things reach out to us and trying to buy macarons for their store displays, for like their windows and things, and hanging from the ceiling because they're so much fun. So this is one of those things that a lot of our customers, a lot of our people are, we're promoting them to do with it, is make these stacks like this, mixed colors of macarons and different sizes, different colors. It's very bright, it's very fun, it's very festive. And then you can also elevate those by, using a container. If we want to add like a nice urn to this and just lift them up a little bit, we could do that. But, a little boring down at the base, so we're going to add a little bit more to that, just to give you a couple of ideas. Like I said, I'm without Jen today, so it is possible that I make some noise that I was not intending to do on the camera. Jen's usually going, don't drop that so hard, because I'm always like, just like, cut, snap, drop my knife, my scissors, my wire cutter, all of that stuff, and people are like, it's so loud on the video, and I'm going, well, I'm not really thinking about the video, I'm just trying to get everything in my head correct, which is a whole nother mess. I'm adding some styrofoam to the container, just wedging that in really good. Not gluing it in this time. You can if you want to, but it's just a temporary display, so we're just going to show you how to get started and get that done. Okay, so now we're going to be using some of our flocked balsam pick. This is one of our best-selling items for years. You can even go see old videos on this and us talking about it, because it is such a versatile piece. In one of our videos, I believe we discussed how you can take a green tree and turn it into a flocked tree just by adding different sizes of flocked balsam picks that we have, a 24-inch and I think this 14-inch. So we're just going to go around our container with these flock picks. I'm thinking of all the things that Jen would be saying in the back of my head, like, look at the camera, don't look at the staff, look at your people, don't be so loud when you put that in the stir. Yeah, I'm trying. But it makes for a better video experience for everybody. I'm sure. I never really watch our videos, so I have no idea. I see a bit and piece that Jen will show me every now and then. That's pretty much it. So we're going to level this out all the way around so that our macarons sit very evenly on top of our flock balsam sprays. And you don't have to do this many layers. Maybe you don't want it to make it this high, but I'm making it a little bit taller just because I can. And then I'm going to be adding this Glitz and Glamour Magnolia Leaf Spray because I want to bring some of that like iridescent. The macarons have this light iridescent finish, glitter finish to them. So we're going to bring a little bit of that down out of our container, you know, like that, because we're going to bring a little bit of color, a little bit of that candy, bright color down so that you see it and not just this silvery container. I'm going to hide that just a little bit. Just remember to kind of bend all of those leaves down pretty well because that's mostly what we're going to see is the tops of them. I mean, this is the back, this is the front. So when you get your products, remember they're going to come kind of flat and we want to shape all these little pieces here and there. So that's one of those things that Jen would ordinarily remind me to say. That everybody needs to know, and I forget because I'm just used to bending everything I touch anyway, so. Maybe one more of these. So yeah, comes, you know, like a straight, everything's in one line, but these have individual branches on them, so we can like shift one this way, one this way. We can bend our leaves to where they have a little more life. Nice little bend in all of those. And we're just gonna stick this down in our styrofoam and bend these all the way down to where they're kind of covering our little bit of our container. Make sure all your leaves are facing the correct way. And then if I can balance this, maybe. See if that sits level. Macaron down. So that's fairly level-ish. So we can do something like this, and I can keep adding to the base. A lot of people know us for our macaron sprays, which is still going to be spelled like macaron. But, you know, these are fun things that kind of inspired our giant macarons. Is everybody knows us so much for these macarons, that we developed the larger size because everybody wanted something huge for like store displays. So we've got pretty much all of our colors in this little spray. So if you want to do it on a large scale, do it on a large scale. If you want to do it on a small scale, do it on a small scale. I'm popping these off like crazy today. I grabbed them out of a tree. They've been used quite a few times. So we can just add as many things to this as you want. I would probably actually add, if I had some of my flocked garland in, I might even put a layer of flocked garland in between my macarons and put some other pieces in the mix there, so that it kind of goes, you know, flocked stems, magnolia, macarons, or whatever we're going to use, and then a little more flocked and some different things in there, and a little more flocked, and then we just keep stacking higher and higher. We can make these things really gigantic if we wanted to. We're going to talk about Christmas trees, and I happen to have half a Christmas tree here with me, and I have a box. So this is actually the box that our flocked balsam sprays came in, and I've already cut the end of it, and I'm going to flatten it out because it's a pretty thick double-walled corrugated cardboard. So I'm going to put that down on my table because I want to put this tree on top of the table so you can see better what I'm doing. Got some flocking in my throat, I think. Okay, so I gotta keep my mouth closed when I'm around it. I did not die from the flocking yet. So, as I was saying, the cardboard, I oftentimes will cut some of the cardboard, even when I'm in someone's home and I don't want to hurt their floor at all. I'll use cardboard oftentimes because the cardboard will allow my tree stand to, if it's at all uneven, it usually gives it more pressure where it's needed and less pressure where it's not needed, so it makes it more stable. Because it sinks down in the cardboard, the tree stand does a little bit. And that's how I protect floors a lot of times, I know. And sometimes I'll use like a towel. I'll ask somebody, hey, do you have an old towel I can use? I don't know, put this tree stand on it so it doesn't scratch your floor. And that's just a little extra free tip for you. But knowing me, I'm at somebody's house and nobody's home, and I don't have a towel, and I'm not going to go running through somebody's closet, so I'm just using my cardboard. So, got our tree here. Got a new white fir tree skirt. Love these. I always need more of these and never have enough, so we tried to get more this year so that we would be have them in stock for everybody that needed them. Hopefully we won't run out too early this year. But we're always needing more white fir tree skirts. So this is like a 54-inch, I think. So it could go for a larger tree, and really for my smaller tree, I just kind of layer it up a little bit more so I can get a little higher up into the tree stand. Hopefully you can see that I'm just kind of like pinching it and lifting it, and it gives it a little more texture instead of being flat. I don't really care for all flat tree skirts. Unless you have like wording or something embroidered on it, that's probably okay. But for most instances, I like it with a little bit of wavy. It makes it look a little more organic, a little more natural, even though it's a fake fir tree skirt. So, macarons, lots of different sizes. They start off at like a 6-inch size, 6-inch in diameter. And they go up from there. So I know a lot of people are like, I can't use those giant ones. We're going to give you a couple of ideas of how you, in your home, this is a 7.5-foot tree. So this would go in anybody's house for the most part. And we're going to show you how you can use even the largest macarons for that and make it look good. The only problem is I didn't get all of my macaron colors, but just to get started, we're going to show you with the colors that I did bring up here to for this actual demonstration. We're gonna start with just, these have an ornament hanger, and I know I'm leaving the tag on it. It's a temporary display. It's only half a tree, so just an instructional thing. So what we want to do is not let it hang like this, because then it's just a purple orb. That's all you can really see. We want to make sure that it's got some of the white showing. And we really want to turn these at lots of different angles. So you can see we've got a little bit larger hole here. So I'm going to take one of my a little bit larger macarons, and I'm going to wrap it around a tree branch to hold it into place where I decide it wants to go. So you be the boss of your macarons. Don't let them boss you around. Hopefully. So we're just going to add, and like I said, make sure that your cream is showing. You want some of the white part of your macarons showing. We don't want any of them to be really straight up or down unless you're doing some kind of, artistic interpretation on your tree. So let's keep that in mind as we go around. We want lots of different angles. We want lots of different views, but for one thing for sure, we do not want to have it where all you see is that side with just the color, because you're just going to get a big blob of that color on the tree. So we are trying to angle everything so that it makes sense. Get us a little teal over here. And Jen can probably drop a picture of our macaron tree at market in our showroom so that everybody can kind of see how that worked there. So we're just lots of different movement in this tree because of all the macarons. And like I said, I didn't get every color. I should have gotten an orange one, and I did not. I only have that one little one up here, and I don't have time to go get them, or I will not get this done for a video. So you can hang them as ornaments, but I like cramming them further up into the tree if possible. And then you go, well, what in the world are you going to do with this large one? Because, it may be a little bit too large for your tree. So what I'm going to do with them is I'm really going to let it sit under my tree, on top of my tree skirt, so I can have a little bit more space of underneath my tree. And again, we do probably do some over-the-top trees, or we're selling to someone who's going to have a bakery, and this really just works, wonders for them and what they're doing, and may not work for you personally. But then again, we have a lot of people that go over the top with their trees at home personally. So we'll stick that one kind of under the tree. Maybe grab another one. So I can even turn them almost straight up. I don't want it completely straight. But you get the idea. We're just layering these into our tree all the way down. And we're really getting from smaller to larger all the way down. Let me turn my phone off. That's one of those things Jen probably would have told me that would have helped this video. One more kind of on this side, and then I'll show you a more close-up look at what we have going on here. Okay, now I'm behind the camera, and you can kind of see how I've layered these into our tree. They're stacked all around on our white faux fur tree skirt. And that is just really fun. That would be great for someone's bakery, even if they didn't do much of anything else, but just the macarons. And, you know, they would have a really interesting store display for their window. But you know us, and we're not going to leave it like that. So I'm going to be using our iridescent watercolor ribbon in our tree here. And I'm just going to cut maybe a, whatever that is, 3 foot section. I'm going to cut this in the back, let that kind of poof out a little bit. Nice tacky swirl there. And then I'm going to cut the ends in a little bit of a V shape. Put that together. Cut those. And we're going to do this a few more times. Okay, now we've got our ribbon tucked nicely into our tree. Still, it is only half a tree. It only goes up so far. But, you know, we've got a nice flowing iridescent watercolor ribbon in our tree and our macarons, and it's shaping up pretty nicely at this point. We just wanted to show you kind of how, or I wanted to show you, since I'm by myself, how the ribbon and the macarons look in the tree together. And then we can always add some of our macaron sprays like we would in our tree. We don't need a lot. I'm not going to overdo this one. I don't have a lot of ornaments up here with me. I just wanted to give you a quick idea of how you can use the macarons as not only something that would be in your tree, because you can use some of the smaller ones. I even use some of the bigger ones in trees. Depends on the size of the tree, of course. And you can play around with how you want to put them in the tree, but just remember to keep them at different angles. That really helps make them look like they're much more fun and playful than if they're all like very straight up and down, or if they're all turned where you can only see just like the outside of the macaron. I can always add some of my iridescent magnolia. It's gonna drive me nuts to leave this tree like this, but I'm gonna have to be done with this video and go stack some more boxes. So I'm just gonna tuck a couple of these in real quick and we'll be done. Hope you enjoyed this. This is the part where I forget all the words to say. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever all those things are. And we have lots of those channels. Please like, subscribe, follow, dedicate. I don't know what all you need to do, but do it. Go subscribe right now to our YouTube channel, because we want to show you lots and lots of new ideas all the time, as much time as we possibly have. I had about, half an hour today, so this is what we got. And I hope it really helped you with some different ideas for especially larger things like our macarons, this big velvet macarons. If you are looking for those on our website, davidchristofers.com, you can click wholesale or retail. We are selling out of certain colors in certain sizes, so don't delay, go today, find your macarons. As always, thanks for watching. I don't know what else to say. Jen's not here. I'm struggling. So, bye. I have no idea what I'm